something has to be said. Moreover, something has to be done. What is this? What is this? The Illuminati? No. This is a pyramid. The food pyramid is what we're talking about today. But not just the food pyramid. A very small subsection of this food pyramid. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Look at me! Look at me when I'm talking to you. Is that better? Water. Not really a food. Not really a food. Okay. I agree. So, if you add a little bit of tomato juice, the guts, the splattered entrails of a tomato, into my water, is it food? Are we counting that as a food because of the nutrients it provides? Or, in my opinion, excluding it from food because it's disgusting? Today we're going to be talking about soup and how much I hate soup. You ever walk into a room and you see soup, Hitler, and Stalin, and you only have one bullet, so you decide to shoot yourself? That's how I feel about soup. Soup makes me so mad. And I'm about to disclose to you why, and it's a really dumb reason, because I don't think it's food. Straight up, plain and simple, do not believe soup is edible. Okay? Let me explain it like this. There's a difference between a soup and a stew right off the bat. Okay? A stew has food in it. A soup doesn't. So let's not get this twisted. What about potato soup? Potato soup is more of a stew. Okay? What about French onion soup? Boo-womp. That's a soup. Boo-womp. That's what I think about it. It's only there to make bread taste better. That's not food. That's a seasoning, a garnish, like ketchup. Ketchup's not a food. If you brought me a bowl of ketchup, I'd be like, oh my goodness. All I need is some grilled cheese now. That's basically what tomato soup is. It's a bowl of ketchup without the vinegar. Are you in my mind yet? Are you seeing through my eyes the correct opinion, the right way to see things? If not, let me continue. Chili, stew, good. Beef stew, don't like it. But I would consider it, when you can see something's good from a distance, even though you yourself do not appreciate it. I think that's what beef stew is. I think it's a viable dish in the food pyramid. But I hate it. Stew is not like, it's not like evil. Soup, on the other hand, from a distance, I can tell it's evil, and up close, I want to stab it. Okay, but the problem is it's too liquidy, and the knife just goes right through, and I end up breaking the bowl, and it gets everywhere, and it's hard to get out of the carpets. Soup is the catalyst for vagabonds and vagrants. Before a child becomes a criminal, he enjoys soup. There's a soup to criminal pipeline that we're not talking about here. I'm sure Stalin liked soup. So if you like soup, you're... Okay. This is getting a bit ridiculous. You ever go into a restaurant and you sit down to eat, and with your meal they say, would you like a side of soup or salad? That's another topic for another day. Salad isn't a side. It's not a side. Okay? That's kind of like saying wings are a side. Wings are a side. Like buffalo wings, you get on the side with your pizza. No, that's another entree. I'm tired of wing sides. You get some boneless wings as a side. It's not a side. At the worst, you could put it in the appetizer list, but it is a full-on meal. Salad is not good unless it has 3 different proteins and about 1,000 calories worth of the thickest, heartiest dressing you could possibly put on a dish. Therefore, with that kind of calorie deficit here we're talking, this is more like a meal for 3 people is what I'm eating in the salad. So therefore, I don't think considering it a side counts. A tiny little minuscule cup of sad vegetable liquid, disgusting vegetable broth that I'm pouring into my body is not a side. It's a condiment. It's a travesty. It's a crime, actually, and I will never get the soup or the salad. Give me some French fries. I'm an American, okay? I'm an American, red-blooded. When you cut me open, I bleed red, white, and blue. I do not want a soup or salad. Name one good soup. Wrong. Try again. Wrong. I'll give you one last try. Shout it out at the screen. One more good soup. Broccoli and cheddar's not bad. Broccoli and cheddar. You were right. You're right. You yelled it at me. Broccoli and cheddar's not bad. But there's like no soup in broccoli and cheddar. It's all just cheese and broccoli. So it's a stew. Checkmate again, okay? It's broccoli and cheddar stew. It's not even a soup. Because if it was just water, like some kind of like a vegetable bone broth water with like a little bit of broccoli floating in there and a little bit of cheese on the top, it would be nasty. But the fact that it's a creamy, dense, just filled to the brim, no water in there kind of substance that's almost gelatinous when you eat it like a pudding, is the fact that's what makes it good. That's what makes it delicious. That's what makes it edible. You can't, with a straight face, sit there and tell me broccoli and cheddar is a soup. It's a stew, and I stand by that, and stew is good. Soup is not. People who are sick eat soup. And I don't mean sick in the head, which is true. All right, you got me. But what I mean is people who are sick, that's what they eat. I'm sick. I would like some chicken soup. Okay. Soup is medicine. Soup is medicine, and medicine doesn't taste good. Okay? I've had enough. People force you to eat soup when you are sick. All right? It's not like people are clamoring for soup when they're sick. There's like 5 people in my life I've met that like soup. And they're all lying, not to me, not just to me, to themselves. They don't like soup. Makes me angry. It makes me angry. The last thing I'll say about soup is it's unpatriotic. This is the United States of America. A blessed country where we all live happily, eating too much protein, downing too many carbs, drenching ourselves in saturated fat, and here you're going to tell me that you're going to create a healthy broth dish and then have me and my family eat it? Are you Chinese? Communist? Russian? Communist? German socialist? Not me. Not me. As for me and my house, we will carb load. Protein max. I don't even need carbs with my meal. Just give me some meat drenched in saturated fat. I eat it whole like I'm a caveman. I suck the soul out of the meat. And by the soul, I mean the polysaturated fat that is soaked deep within its membranes. So if there's anything we learned today, it's that I'm against soup. Not just as, I'm not a big fan of it, because there's things I'm not a big fan of in the food pyramid. The food pyramid. I'm against it as a side. It's not. I'm against it as a real meal. It's not. I'm against it as an American. As an American. Don't ever show yourself around me again if you're a soup. If you're a soup and I see you on the street, you better not show yourself to me. Let me tell you what I'll do to you. If I see you on the street and you're a soup, I'll add a little salt. Assault. Get it? I'm going to beat you. But if you're just a person who likes soup, you just need to get real with yourself, you know. Just get real. Just get real. Not a real food. You're in make-believe land where fairies and unicorns exist. Make-believe, not a real thing. Okay? That's what Tibetan monks eat like once a month so they don't die. They're on their like 90-day fast bender, they're like just a little bit so they don't explode. That's not a real meal. That's a fantasy meal. That's make-believe. They're like health potions or chalices of infinite life from Indiana Jones. It's like it doesn't exist. It's not a real thing. You're making it up. You are making it up. It does not exist, and I'm against it, and I don't like it, and it's bad, and it makes me angry. Now, for my last segment, I'm going to do some slam poetry about soup. 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 Makes my smile droop. Soup. Soup it. Tastes like poop. It's good. Tomato. Potato. Soup is just not that great, though. Potato. Potato. Back to potato. Give me soup. I'd rather drink Drano. Soup makes some people glad. All it does is make me mad because it's so bad. That was good. That was, oh my goodness. Dude, that is good. Anyways. Remember, God loves you more than I hate soup. And man, that is a whole lot. Potato. Potato. Soup come around me, I shoot it with my gat, though. That's not great.